Good morning, dear students. It's R.B. Kushwaha. Today we will discuss about tense. So, first of all, you can see here the definition of tense. Tense is that form of verb which shows the time and position of action or event. Means tense. Tense is that form. Actually, the tense is based on the form, different kinds of forms of the verb. So tense is that form of the verb which tells about the time and position of any action or event. Here you can see the kinds of tenses. Mainly the kinds of tenses are divided into three parts: present tense, past tense, and third one is the future tense. So we will discuss about the present tense. Now here you can see the kinds of present tense. So here the kinds of present tense are: first is the present indefinite or present simple tense, second is the present perfect tense, third is the present continuous tense, and the last fourth is the present perfect continuous tense. So first of all, student, how will you recognize which is the present indefinite tense, which is the present perfect tense, and which is present continuous tense and present perfect continuous tense? So now through this graph we can understand the present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. So suppose this is the present tense, this is the past tense, and this is the future tense. So what is present indefinite or simple present tense? So present simple present, the definition of simple present tense or present indefinite. Indefinite means which is not fixed, which is not definite. So when any action happens every day, action happens every day means the action happened last day or today also, and it will happen in future also. So this kind of action which happens every day, this is called indefinite, present simple tense or present indefinite tense. So, and the second, present perfect tense. This is the suppose this is present tense, and simple present tense, present perfect tense. Present perfect tense means when any action started in some past time and continued up to the time of speaking. When any action started in some past time and continued up to the time of speaking, more means before the time of speaking. Before the time of speaking means it started in some past time and it finished before the time of speaking. So that is the present perfect tense. Suppose here any action started in some past time and it continued before the time of speaking. Here it ends, the action ends here before the time of speaking. So what is present continuous tense? Any action at the time of speaking, when any action is going on. Suppose the fan is moving. So when we speak, the action is in going on condition. So that is the present continuous tense. Continuous means any action which is happening, which is in going on condition. So that is the action which is in going on condition or which is happening at the time of speaking. So that is the present continuous tense. So you might have understand that what is simple present tense or present indefinite. Present indefinite means when any action which happened earlier, it happened today also, and it may be happen in future also. So this is the simple present or present indefinite. That is not definite, that is not fixed. It happened earlier, at present also, in future also it may be happen. And present perfect tense. Perfect means I told you just when any action started in some past time. That is, the time is not given here. It can start in past time in any time and continued up to the time of speaking. Before the time of speaking, it ends. So that is the present perfect tense. Present continuous tense, at the time of speaking, when any action is going on condition, when any action is happening. Suppose he is going, she is going. So here I am speaking and he is going. So at the time of speaking, that action is in going on condition. So that is the continuous tense. Present perfect, perfect continuous. Perfect continuous means both perfectness and continuation. Both perfectness, when we include the condition, perfectness and continuation, that is the perfect continuous tense. When any action is started in some past time and continued at the time of speaking, means when any action is started in some past time and that is in continuation at the time of speaking, that is the present perfect continuous tense. So you might have understood that different kinds of present tense: simple present or present indefinite tense, present perfect tense, present continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense. Now we are going to start our present indefinite or simple present tense. So what is simple present tense? I told you, and here the structure of simple present tense: positive sentences. So the structure of simple present tense positive sentences: subject, main verb, first form, s or es according to use, and object. So you understand, children, in which condition we use s or es. If the subject is singular, we apply s or es to the main verb to make the verb singular, because our subject is singular. If our subject is plural, we apply the main verb first form in its root form. So here the example: I play football. I play football. Here I is actually singular first form, but it is considered as a singular. It is accepted as a plural. I is accepted. I is actually. As I told you, subject, main verb, according to subject s or es is applied, and then object. Here, if the subject is plural, we use main verb in its root form. If the subject is singular, we apply s or es to the main verb to make the verb singular, because of the subject is singular. Here the first example is I play football. So here I is actually singular. It is the first form singular, but it is accepted as a plural. So here the verb play is applied in its root form and then object. Now the second example: he goes to school. He goes to school. So here our subject is singular. That's why we applied s here to the main verb to make the verb singular, because subject is singular. And then after that, school, the object is added here. Now coming the second, negative sentences. How will you make the negative sentence? Here after the helping verb of present indefinite tense is do or does. After the helping verb, we will apply not. So here subject plus helping verb subject, suppose subject is they. Subject is they. They don't or do not play football. They do not. After the helping verb do, we applied here not to make the sentence negative, and then the main form of the verb play is applied here, and then object. And same as we will apply does with the singular subject if the subject is singular, like he doesn't play football, means does is applied with the singular subject and do helping verb is applied with the plural subject. Now coming the third, interrogative sentences. To make the interrogative of any sentence, of any simple positive sentences of indefinite tense, we use do or does helping verb before the subject, and then main verb, and then subject and main verb, and then object. Here, do they play football? And then question mark, because it is interrogative. So do or does helping verb is applied before the subject according to the structure, and after that subject, and then verb, first form of the verb, and then object. Same as does is applied if the subject is singular, you can apply does. Does he play football? Like that. And now coming the interrogative and negative. To make interrogative negative sentences, do in the interrogative sentence you apply do not after the subject. Do they not, or in the short you can apply don't or doesn't. Do they not play football? Or in short you can say don't they play football? Don't they play football? Like this. And then in the last, after the sentence, as where the sentence ends, you can put you have to put the question mark, because this is interrogative and negative sentence. Same as in place of don't, if the subject is similar, in place of don't you can apply doesn't to make interrogative negative sentence. In the next class we will study about the present continuous tense.